Tinubu's government is run by least competent citizens and thieves, says Senator Ndume. Hello viewers and welcome to InfoGist TV. Senator Ali Ndume, the chief whip of the Nigerian Senate, has issued a scathing indictment of the Nigerian government, characterizing it as a kakistocracy, a system where the most incompetent, corrupt and unscrupulous individuals hold sway, and decrying the reign of ineptitude and malfeasance in the country's leadership. Ndume, during an interview with a Rise TV program, said country is being led by those who are unfit to govern, prioritizing personal interest over the well-being of the nation and its citizens. This harsh assessment highlights the deep-seated issues and challenges facing Nigeria's political landscape. He said the government is going down, adding that it is run by kakistocrats. The government is also populated by kleptocrats, but unfortunately, that it is not what the president is up to. He really meant renewed hope, but you can only do that when you have people around you that are on the same type of thinking, he stated. Ndume also expressed concern over recent government policies such as the cybercrime levy, which faced public opposition. He noted that when the president realized that he had not heard about it, he quickly suspended it. He highlighted the significant challenge of hunger and food scarcity, noting that inflation has risen to 40%. In some places, even with your money, you won't find the food items you want to buy, which is very dangerous, Ndume added. He pointed out that Nigeria has never included among countries facing severe food crisis or food insecurity, but recent UN and World Food Programme figures rank Nigerians as a hotspot. For people like me, I have to be scared because I'm 64 years old with 10 children, 20 grandchildren, and I don't have a passport or visa to anywhere, he stated. Ndume criticized the limited access to the president, stating that some ministers only meet the president during council meetings and that the president is often the first to leave. And the chief whip. And if the chief whip can't have access to the president, the new senators won't have access either. Senator Ali Ndume lamented the inaccessibility of the current president, unlike during the former President Olusegun Obasanjo's tenure, where senators could meet with the president within 24 hours. He said during Obasanjo's administration, if a senator wanted to see the president within 24 hours, nobody will ask him, what do you want to see the president for? He made sure within 24 hours that any senator has access to him. He said ministers go in and out. Obasanjo, as old as he is, he was older than President Tinubu. You talk to the people, hear from the people, and that is politics. But now, to me, it seems besides shielding Mr. President, they always give him assurance that everything is all right out there. And that is not the case. He expressed concern that the president is isolated and the government is not addressing pressing issues like climate change and food insecurity. Ndume also emphasized the need for the president to tap into Nigerians' resources and surround himself with competent individuals, urging him to appoint Democrats to key positions and ensure a more inclusive and effective governance. He stressed that this would enable the president to harness the country's potentials and tackle pressing challenges. The president needs people who will realize his dreams and tell him when something is wrong. Ndume said even the administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari, that was thought to be the worst, is now far better compared with the current administration and happenings in the country. If you know the president before now, then you know that the whole scenario has changed. This is somebody, he stays in Lagos. If you go to Bodilion anytime, any day, anytime in the night, you can go to Bodilion, 2 a.m. and in most cases, you will find the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu receiving people in and out. If you come to where he stays in Abuja, in Lagos House, you will know from when you take a turn whether he's in town or not, any time of the day. There's sometimes you go there 3 in the night and you meet him there. But now if you go to the villa, the front of the villa is like a graveyard because they do not allow anybody to go and see the president, he stated. He continued by saying that in every government, you have the gatekeepers, those who want the president to know everything and to have other opinions, even encourage those that matter in the government to come over. During Buhari's administration, which I thought was not that good, but if you compare this now to Buhari's regime, you give Buhari a thumbs up because at least he opens up. People come to see him, he stated. He maintained that there are some ministers under Tinubu's administration that do not have access to him. The only access they have to president is when they are invited, and some may not be invited or when they go for council meetings. He explained that going to council meetings even doesn't guarantee that a minister will meet with the president. When they go for a council meetings, by the time the president goes in all of them are seated and the president is the first person to leave after the meeting. You cannot say, I want to, that is it. There is a procedure, and then the secretary to the government of the federation, who is supposed to be the clearinghouse. I haven't seen him mostly lately, he stated. Senator Ndume expressed support for the removal of fuel subsidies, hoping it would curb corruption and redirect funds to benefit the populace. However, he proposed introducing food stamps to mitigate the subsidy removal's impact on vulnerable citizens. He shared his concerns about public discontent, revealing that he had sent messages to officials in presidential villas only to receive dismissive responses attributing the unrest to opposition mechanizations. Ndume warned that such responses indicate a disconnect for reality, saying that when people in power respond like that, I worry for the president and myself. There's a problem out there. Now, Ndume's outcry has caused a lot of social reactions. People all over the world have gone to their social medias to express their concerns too. We'll read both of you. Odinaka Chuku commented, I agree 100% with you on this circle of thieves and clowns. Ikenna Magnus also commented, this is basically the truth. What do you expect before he brings experts to his government? The reality of the day, after all the controversy surrounding his person and qualifications, a court and few unscrupulous people chose him. Good news is that we have to stay with him for the next 7 years, and then he imposes a candidate he is way better than on us. Again, prepare for Nigeria. Kolajo Daramola commented, we the citizens, we know that, but what can we do when NLC that we hoped they would fight for the masses are mute already, and the so-called senators representing us do not discuss the hardship we are going through in the chamber but can support the change of national anthem? Jamiu Bello commented, I really voted for him thinking he's smart and competent given how he ran Lagos, only to discover that he is incapable of handling a big tax. Ran Onyedikachi also commented, what we knew about PDP some years back, they were very innocent, but you see those APC of today, by the time they are done with this country, we'll all beg for air. Engineer Remigius Onyeka also commented, this is always their plan whenever a certain is in power. What happened during Buhari? Sis Breeze Akbos also commented, revolution is the key. We the citizens of the country need to bring down these useless politicians and also let the military ready to take over. Enough of this nonsense. Charles commented, just the same way Buhari ruled Nigeria, but you and your northern groups all kept quiet and were praising him, so allow him to continue destroying Nigeria from where Buhari stopped. Wow. Stanley Chukuma commented, Yoruba will not attack this man, but if an Igbo man should say this, you see them. Again, I ask, why are they afraid of these northerners? Proudly an Igbo man. Iwolede Joseph commented,